Yo, welcome. We leave for the main building, and then Rin leads us onwards towards the dorm. We stop at the small patch of greenery in front of the dorm building. The dorm is built on a slightly elevated ground with a wall and a few trees that everyone has to circle around every time they come or go. It's probably the only inconvenient design in the school. The entire wall, made of the same kind of bricks as the building itself, has been covered with some sort of painting, and it looks like that. Yeah. I don't know what she's going for, but for it. The entire wall, blah, blah, blah. Yep, okay. Most of it's still mirror sketches, quick lines drawn with black and white against the gray plastering that covers almost the entire length of the wall. But some places look a little bit more finished. There are human faces and legs and hands, and I can't quite say what the painting as a whole might portray. Stacks of what seem to be paint cans are arranged in piles on the ground besides the wall. See, the left side is hardly off the ground yet. Okay, Rin. It's because I couldn't get in the mood yesterday, so I gave up and went to meditate instead. And then it was suddenly morning. Oh, you want to sleep? Gotcha. I have to work on it, but the guys from art class are helping with the negative spaces and base surfaces whenever, which is a problem. It's easier to paint big areas if there are a lot of people with hands. Oh, you don't say. The reach is better, and it's faster too. She goes on a tangent, waving a little with her arm, or stubble there is actually, to demonstrate even though I got the point already. The white cotton on her sleeve flaps around, makes me think it could look sadder than it does. But it makes you feel out of place, like almost every tangible reminder of the student base's special properties has in its past few days. The girl doesn't notice my dreary feelings, of course, or the fact that she lost me a while ago, and just keeps on blabbering. So that's why I'm trying to figure out if there is something I need to figure out, and then figure that out before it's too late and all hope is lost. Why would all hope be lost? Well, because the paint has to be painted, and then it has to be dry, and then it has to be painted over again with another kind of paint. Oh, it takes time. She finally stops, apparently thinking she made some kind of statement that makes sense. I think it's best to start from the top. So, this is your project? You did this? Yes. All of it? Yeah. Nice, but I stumble with my words, suddenly feeling like I've walked straight into a minefield of political incorrectness. It's okay. You could say it. I probably won't get mad. I blush really hard. I don't know really what would be the right thing to say, if any. It feels like I'm way more sensitive than Ren is, though. This is really awkward. Don't you want to ask? How do you paint without hands? See, I'm an easy person to talk to, right? With my feet. Oh, no shit. No fucking shit, Rin. I almost guessed that already, but isn't that, like, hard? You're good at guessing. Anyway, I don't think it is, but maybe I'm used to it by now. I can't get my mind around the fact that she could be an artist, but seeing how adept she is using her feet to eat, I figure painting might not be a problem either. Neither of us has anything more to add to the subject. The afternoon light works really well. I was afraid it would look too flat, but it's not like that at all. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I wanted to see what it looks like in a dim light. Do you think it's flat? Yeah. Well, paintings tend to be flat. Not like that flat. You know, flat like some people are. No substance, no meat. Where there should be some. I know a few girls. Okay, all right. I get it. But I couldn't really tell. I'm not that good with art. I can't name an artist. Or fucking Van Gogh. Fucking. That's like the default one. Andy Warhol. Yeah. I don't know too much, my bad. I don't really have anything to say. Picasso. Rin shrugs her shoulders at that, saying, suit yourself, without saying it, and looks up at the sky as if trying to look for something up there. I want to go up there and never come back down. I didn't think I'd get any actual work done, but if you give me a hand with the paints, I could do a little before it gets too dark. I wanted to get a halogen lamp like the ones that they have at the sport tracks, but there aren't any. Ren sure is quick to recruit my help, as was Shizune actually. It really makes me feel that the festival is such a big project that every pair of hands is needed, and feet. Why not? I'm not really sure if I could be any help though. It's just mixing some paints. You can do that, probably. Do you have a motor control problems, or like, you know, those people who have some? Cerebral palsy maybe? No, not that I know of. I get it. Heart thingy has nothing to do with that. She gives me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't. Let's do it then. Is she blushing? She is. Can I fucking... Yeah, that's a good thumbnail. Maybe. So she sits on an empty wooden box and very naturally picks up a wide brush between the toes of her bare right foot. I open a few of the cans and pour some of the contents into shallow bowls for mixing. The thick paints flow lazily from the can to the bowl like syrup. I mix them, creating funny, hypnotic-looking swirls patterns that melt quickly into each other to form a new monotone hue. Bro, you didn't know art. How do you know all of these fucking terms? He's a fucking liar, I guess. I don't know. Rin sets to work every now and then and asks me for a hand with something or the other. Finding different brushes is easy enough, but mixing the paints to the exact tone this girl is apparently seeing in her head is kind of frustrating. She wants precision down to the last millimeter before she is satisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best. Add half a splash of green. All right, hold on. This is a better thumbnail, actually. I need options, you feel me? I catch on to pick up the can of bright green. The other green, this green. I carefully pour some of the other green paint into the mixing bowl. No, that's almost a whole splash, more white. Is green a good color to add? I had no idea. You're the artist. A hint of smile appears in the corners of her mouth. Do you lack an opinion? No, just have no idea. It's okay, because I got an idea. Add more white. With this exclamation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter. That's not good. It has to be like the color when you wake up and you know you saw that meaning of life in your dreams but can't remember it. What? Maybe it's yellow. Despite the impossibility of mixing a color like the change of seasons or any other nonsense that's being imposed on me, I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. Seeing a painting being born on a plaster wall feels like magic. I spend moments I have between mixing paints, crouching down on the paving, and just looking at her work. It feels slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Rin doesn't seem to mind it the least bit. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air as she is painting works as she patiently works the details, adding layers of paint on top of other layers of paint, steadily moving her foot across the wall to add new shapes. When I manage to produce a passable mixture of paint, the rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from the few words when discussing paint mixes, neither of us say a word for the longest time. And even in those short discussions soon evolve into a shorthand, both of us developing and using weird impromptu code words for various paints and hues, as if there was some need to conserve words and breathe and breath and sound. Oh, that's cool. Let me see. So we got a couple of lines in and then some paint. All right, cool, I guess. We stay there late into the evening until it becomes too dark to paint properly. Is that it? All right, cool. That's a weird way to spend your day. Not weird, but, you know. All right. Sounds like a plan. What do we got? Oh, is it time? The sound of an alarm pulls me out of my fitful slumber and into the unpleasant state of wakefulness. I linger under the blanket for a few minutes, gathering energy to rise up while making excuses as to why I already haven't. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here for all day. School is surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the culture shock still has not faded, I think. Still, despite getting an impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they're going to let me get away with that easily. And the nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck with the talk of exercising as well. So eventually I do rise up, swallow the morning medications and put on my old soccer clothing. Thanks to my conditioning, I was accepted for taking part of gym classes at YALL, so I didn't get issued a gym outfit. I'd order some to cover such a contingency, but wearing my old soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. I can't use them for that anymore, so maybe they can get a new life this way? A bit like me? Yeah, that's nice. After all, if I'm going to be starting to take care of myself, I can't afford to slack around. I'll start from the basics. Yeah. Basics, which include keeping the rest of my body in shape, along with what little I can do to strengthen my heart. Maybe then I can go back to something approaching a normal life, or at least something where I'm less likely to fall over dead at any minute. What is that? It's a new song. I'm surprised to discover it's not. I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only one present at the track. It's not just that though, but it's the face I've seen before. The prosthetic leg girl, hey, let's fucking go, who bowed me over the hallway yesterday, is running on track lithely, like a half mechanical gazelle. What was her name again? It was short, and I can't remember. Amy. She seems to be running laps at a somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine, and the nurse is oppressing this poor girl to jog like he's oppressing me. Maybe, I don't know, but let's find out in the next episode of Katawa Shoujo, third run. Bye.